Yes, we should be frank. We've not done enough to end the stigma of mental health, that we've focused a lot on physical health, and we haven't as a country, as a nation, focused enough on mental health.
I also struggled a lot with anxiety and depression.
I have some sort of anxiety, depression.
I really wanted to do well at school to please my parents, to please my family. I didn't really care that much about school.
You've got so many things to worry about now, whether you're struggling for exams, whether you're struggling with home life, whether you're struggling with friends. Then you have the social media angle. You can understand why, that coupled with the fact that you don't get out of the house because you're staring at a screen the whole time, there's got to be a lot of issues that are going to build from that if you're not careful.
And it's always sold as though everybody else's life is perfect.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And therefore you think everyone else's life is perfect, there must be something wrong with me.
And you feel like it's only you, and you're in your bubble.
You had a Birmingham mind?
Yes, they did.
Okay. So if you had a friend who was struggling with mental health, what would you do to help them?
Yeah, so there have been a few people that I've had to help, and the first thing is to talk to them and try to help them. But then when you see that it's going a bit too far, then you do have to go to a teacher at the end of it. There are ways in the school to report it anonymously, like we have Toot, so that the person doesn't have anything hard feelings against you for reporting them. But they do get help at the end of the day, which is what you want.
Do you think the school does enough to support your mental health?
No, they just do a little bit, like enrichment day, but not really.
If you had a friend that was struggling with mental health, what would you do to help them?
Support him, show him, give him advice to go to an adult and that.
Yeah,
What are ways you think the school can improve mental health awareness?
just talk about it more so.
What school factors do you feel increase your mental health?
The exam stress maybe.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at putting on a mask. I do it all the time. If anyone ever suspects something's wrong, I shut them off with "I'm fine."
But today, I was really struggling, and I couldn't find it within myself to force another smile. It's exhausting to keep up with this persona, and I don't want to live in denial.
But not knowing that wasn't an option, I braced myself for another day, feeling myself getting agitated, hoping it'd go away.
Everything was going wrong. I could feel myself about to burst, emotions rushing to the surface, preparing myself for the worst.
My mask was my safety net. It helped me get through each day. The only thing I could rely on to cover up the hurt and pain. And now my safety net was gone. I couldn't find the right words to say.
'Cause how do you tell someone you're hurting that you can't remember the last time you were okay? I couldn't get myself to shrug it off. I couldn't get myself to lie.
I couldn't force myself to put on a smile, not this time. I couldn't make up some silly excuse, 'cause in this moment it didn't feel right. So I did the only thing I could. I broke down and cried.
They looked at me in a way no one has ever looked at me before. They saw me with my guard down, the me no one ever saw. They saw the bruised, the ugly, every humiliating flaw.
For the first time in a long time, I finally felt okay, like I was heard and validated, like my feelings were justified in some way.
That it wasn't my fault, and I had no reason to hide. If I just let all the anger out, eventually the pain would subside.
The burden inside would offload and I'd feel a lot lighter. My perspective on life would change and the world would become brighter.
See, the thing is, we didn't just talk, we connected and engaged. They opened themselves to me and made me feel safe.
So I'm extending the kindness further and hoping to do the same. I'd like to ask anyone who's struggling right now, are you okay?